In this video I'll be showing you how to build the telepads on the map Classified. You need to find 3 parts in order to build this. They're in the following locations. Starting up in the top area, if you come through into the mail offices, which is where your brew perk is located, if you come into the back here, you will notice a part will be under here, underneath this table. Moving on from the table, if we come down to this part in the middle of the room, we turn around here, you'll notice on top of this desk is where the part could be located, like it is for me. Use your interactive button of FX or square to pick up a part, and then the final part location can be located just down here by this desk. Also bear in mind when you pick up a part, sometimes dogs spawn in, so be prepared. For the second part, you need to activate all the DEFCON switches and go to the panic room. In order to do this, you'll need to activate every DEFCON switch within the war room. They're in the following locations. In the upper war room, just coming from the first elevator spot, you come over to the left here, you'll find your first DEFCON switch here. Use your interactive button of FX or square to activate it. Moving on from there, down past the Spitfire wall by, you'll find your second DEFCON switch just here. Moving on down the stairs, you'll find over here on the left hand side your next DEFCON switch. This is just next to the downstairs elevator. And then finally, going past the middle of the room's teleporter and the Easter egg mainframe, if you come into the new area, which is the server room, at the back of the room here on the wall is your final DEFCON switch. Once you have activated all DEFCON switches, come to the middle of the lower war room and you will notice that the teleporter now has a picture of a man on it. Jump into it. Once you jump into it and go all the way through the teleporter, you'll be teleported into the panic room. If you walk all the way to the back of the room here, you will notice that this wall has opened up and your second telepad part is right there. For the final telepad piece, you'll need to head down to the lower levels in the laboratories. Coming from the main elevator, if you come all the way down to the end of the room here past the power room, you'll notice this room here, which is the morgue. Come in here. First spot that you can have a part is just over here on this metal table. The next spot going from the metal table, you can find it here on top of this dead body. And then going from the dead body, if you come into this little room here, you will find it here on this chair. Next, you will need to build the telepad. You can build it in the following locations. Going from the elevator, if you go into this room here, weapon testing, you'll notice over here is a workbench. Simply walk up to it, hold your interactive button of FX or square to build the telepad here. Once you do, use your interactive button to pick up the telepad. This is one buildable location. The other buildable table, if you come up to the top area of the conference room and come out to the right hand side here through the side passageway and into central filing, you'll find your other buildable table just here. If you make your way down to the lower part of the war room now, you will now be able to use your telepad. All you need to do is walk up to the teleporter in the middle of the room, hold your interactive button on it, and it will place the telepad over the top of the original teleporter location, and now the teleporter will be moved into the middle of the room. This will now allow you to access Pack-a-Punch if you activate all the DEFCON switches. If you wish to see any more about Pack-a-Punch guide for this map, I will link it down in the description below. Otherwise, I hope you guys found this guide useful, and I'll see you in the next one. Once you activate them all, you will notice that the middle teleporter will now have a Pack-a-Punch symbol in it. If you jump through this, you'll be taken to Groom Lake, where you can now Pack-a-Punch your weapons. Once you're at Groom Lake, you will be able to find the Pack-a-Punch right behind you as soon as you spawn in. Simply all you have to do now is put your gun into the Pack-a-Punch like so, and you will now have a Pack-a-Punch weapon.